Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to the yoga session hosted by Santa Clara County Library. In today's session, we're going to start the session in a seated position. So let's all settle down on the mat. I do see a display on the screen, so I'm going to just quickly close that window. Let's all come into a nice, comfortable cross-legged position. And we'll start with some shoulder work today. So let's all take our hands and make a little flower bud with our hands and place the fingertips on top of our shoulders. Bring your awareness to the base of your spine and nicely sit up tall. And now just try to bring your elbows towards each other. As we breathe in and out, very slowly we're going to rotate our shoulders. So slowly as you inhale, take your elbows all the way up. And as you exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades and bring your hands back. 3 more this way, in this direction. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale and come back. Nice and
Shobha, I'm sorry to interrupt. Some people are having difficulty hearing you. If you could somehow turn the volume up.
Okay, sure. Let me try that first. Give me 1 second, guys. Are you able to hear me now? Is it better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Let's do this 2 more times. So let's kind of go back from where we left off. Touch your elbows. Lift. Squeeze your shoulder blades and bring it back. 1 more up. Squeeze and touch and stay. Hold here and breathe. We'll reverse the direction of the rotation. So let's start to take those elbows towards the body. And nice big circles. And every time you come forward, touch those elbows. Out. Synchronize your breath with your movement. And touch. Just 2 more. Out. And bring it back together. And let's do this 1 last time. And bring it back together. And release. Just let it go for a second. We're going to go back to the same position. Let's simply rotate our shoulders in 1 direction and reverse the direction of the rotation. Now we're going to try to lift our earlobes towards our shoulders. So deliberately, I want you to lift your shoulders towards your earlobes, which we normally say don't do, right? In the yoga class, we always say create space between the shoulders and the earlobes. But today, we're trying to do that. And drop it down. Let's squeeze everything up. And release, let it go. Just move your head from side to side a little bit, bring it back to the center. Let's take our hands back to the same flower bud position that we had earlier on. This time, we're going to swim with our elbows. Just think that you're moving your elbows, right? So you're going to take 1 elbow out. And then you're going to take your hands in a cyclic manner. So just move your hands. Now think about the strokes when you're swimming, right? So you're going to just move your hands this way. Now remember to breathe. Sometimes we forget to focus on our arms so much that we stop breathing, we hold our breath. And keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Let it go. Back to our shoulder, lifting towards our earlobes. Place your palms softly on top of your kneecaps. All you want to do is you're going to lift your shoulders as if you are compressing everything upwards and then everything going down into the earth. Right? So palms don't lift, your hands stay, and then lift, 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 compress everything. Feel your neck muscles, your shoulder muscles. And release. If you need to readjust your neck, go ahead and do that. One more. Up, everything up. And release. Let it go. Back to our flower bud position. Place the hands back on top of your shoulders. I'm just giving those little breaks because some of us might be having issues with our shoulders. I'm not going continuously. Now we're going to take one elbow to the back. So think about a spinal twist right now. Right? Left elbow stays forward. Take your right hand all the way to the back. Come back to the center, both elbows facing forward. And now take your left over to the back. And come back. Now we're going to eliminate the center part, which is this position, right? We're going to go from right to the left without pausing in the center, which will actually move our abdominal muscles a little bit apart from working our shoulders. Let's do this. Right to left, right to left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center and release. Rest your palms. You're going to shrug and release. Just 2 times. Lift everything and release. Let it go. Move your head. Feel. Just try to feel your body. What feels good for you? Lift it up. Let it go. Now, from here, we're going to just move our chin. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our chin into a lock position, which means to say the chin is going to go towards the collarbone. And then we're going to take it like a half circle towards the right shoulder and then come back to the center and take it towards the left. Now, the chin always stays down. We're not going to lift up in the middle. It's just going to go from right to left, like a pendulum oscillating from side to side. All right. So let's all bring our chin into the collarbone. Now stay here in the chin lock position. I want you to feel the back of your neck. Relax your shoulders. Stay. Connect with your breath. And now very slowly, let's take the chin all the way towards the right side. If you can keep your eyes softly open and look over your right shoulder. Come back to the center. And now gently take it over towards your left side. And come back to the center. Right. And center. And left. And center. And release. All these exercises are really good for people who work for long hours in front of the computer. Easy for you to place your hands and just do it while you're sitting on the chair or when you have a small break, or you can move your neck muscles to relieve any tension around your shoulders. Let's start getting into a little bit deeper stretch with our shoulders. Take the hands all the way up. Hands facing forward. Let's rest the fingertips down. Now keep the space between the chin and the collarbone. No more compressing of the neck muscles. Exhale, reach your hands forward, look forward, and just rest your fingertips down. Don't go any farther away from you. Just stay where you are and breathe. Keep your left fingertips down to the ground. We're going to start working with our right hand. Take your right hand forward. Turn your palm inwards. Lean a little bit forward so that you can feel your right shoulder blade. Inhale, take your hand all the way up. Exhale, take your hand all the way to the back. Look over your right shoulder. Gently circle the hand and bring your hand forward. Lean forward. I want you to feel your right shoulder blade, the skin on top of your right shoulder blade. Reverse. Let's take the hand all the way. Look over your right shoulder to the back. Take it all the way up. And bring it forward and then just rest your hand on your fingertips back. Let's do the other side. Left, palm inwards. Reach forward deliberately. Don't lift your hips off. Your hips are still pressing to the ground. Inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale, let's take it over the left shoulder. Circle your hand and bring your hand forward. Reach forward a little bit more. Reverse. Let's take that hand to the back. Look over your left. Let's take it all the way up and bring it forward. Come back onto your fingertips of both your hands. Now we're not going to crawl our hands forward today. We're going to just place our palms down fairly close to the body. So just place your palms down. Now instead of thinking of extending our arms, today we're going to think about bending our elbows. So gently start to bend your elbows. And then gently start to bend your forehead. If your elbows are coming towards your legs and you're not able to place them down, then you can just walk your hands one tiny bit more so that there is room for your elbows to completely rest down. And then bring your forehead down towards the ground. And breathe. Very slowly press on both your palms, lift your elbows up and come back onto your fingertips and very slowly take your time to walk yourself all the way up into an upright position. Let's move the body into a simple spinal twist. Open up your hands. Let's take our left hand to the outside of the right knee. Look over your right shoulder. Very simple, basic spinal twist. Turn your gaze forward, look forward. Open up your hands and simply switch. Now open up your hands into T arms. Stay where you are. I'm going to just go sideways here. We're going to give a back bend without lifting our hips. So all we're going to do is you're going to take your hands, rest it on top of your fingertips. So don't press the heel of your palm. And walk your hands a little bit closer and now try to sit up tall. Let's take the chin all the way up to the ceiling. The back of your head rests in between your shoulder blades. Stay here and breathe. And exhale down. So your fingertips are still digging and you're trying to press the center of your spine to the back. Inhale, arch up your back. So think of cat and cow right now in a seated position. The placement on the fingertips gives you the height. And exhale, let's round the back. Come into a neutral position. Now take your hands a little bit further back. So we have done this many times before. Now rest the heel of your palm down and then just let go. And breathe. Gently bring your hands towards you. We're going to swing our legs to one side and make our way into a cat and cow position. So take your legs to one side. Set yourself up for a cat and cow position. For the benefit of those who have joined this class for the first time today, you don't have to move along with me. I'll kind of adjust myself in various angles for you to view me better. You can just face the camera and continue to do the class. I will be adjusting to the camera for better view. Let's begin with a simple cat and cow. Relax your toes. Keep your wrist in line with your shoulders, your knees in line with your hips. Inhale, belly to the ground, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Come into a neutral position. We're going to take our right leg, so I'll face forward for you to see me better. Lift your right leg off the ground. Extend your right leg. I want you to bring your right knee into your chest. Take your left hand and I want you to pull that knee into your body like this. So you should really compress your knee into your thigh. Your thigh into your belly. And from here, place your left hand down, and I want you to place your right knee a little bit forward, right? So I'm releasing my hands for you to see. You don't have to do that. Your left knee is slightly behind you, and your right knee has stepped a little bit forward, right? That's how you are right now. Now, each time we are going to progress like that, which means to say every time we take our right leg back and lift it off the ground and then bring it in, squeeze, then we're going to try to step this knee a little bit farther away, increasing the distance between our legs in terms of the way they are at the height, right? They're not at the same placement. Basically, the right comes forward each time, right? Let's do this one more time. Extend your right leg all the way out. Flex your feet. Exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Hold your right leg with your left hand, squeeze your thigh, and now just step that leg a little bit farther away. Place your left hand down and walk that leg a little bit closer towards your wrist, right? If you think about it, you're progressing towards your right wrist. Last time, extend your right leg all the way out. Flex your right leg feet. And now as you exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Place your left hand, squeeze that like really well. And this time, maybe you can gently place that leg in alignment with your wrist. So if you notice, my right wrist and my left knee are touching each other right now, whereas my left leg is way behind where we had originally started. Right? Stay where you are. All we're going to do is we're going to lift our back knee off the ground. So tuck your left leg toes, lift your left knee off the ground. Now gently we are going to turn this leg. So what are we progressing towards is the pigeon position, basically, if you think about it, right? So all we are doing is we're going to turn this right leg inwards, and then you're going to take your left hand and you're going to adjust this leg. So adjust that leg in such a manner that the shin of your right is parallel to the front of your mat. And now rest your left knee down and relax your toes. Now those of us who need height, you can use a block. You can place a block here and then you can rest your elbows. Or if you have a nice big textbook, a phone book or something, you can place that. Those of us who are able to place our elbows down, go ahead and place your elbows down so that you can come down to the ground like this. Or you have an option to extend your hands, bring your forehead down towards the ground. And breathe. Very slowly lift your head up. Gently walk your hands back towards your body. Tuck your left leg toes. Release your left knee off the ground. We're going to bring this knee into our chest and end up in a plank position. Right? Those of us who can't hold the plank, we're going to rest our knees down. Those of us who can hold the plank, we're going to hold the plank. So bring your right knee into your chest. Extend your right leg out. Hold the plank. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's all rest our knees down and come back to the normal cat and cow position. Let's give a break to our wrists. Those of us who are tender around the wrist, we're going to quickly rotate those wrists off. Come into a standing position on your knees and make a fist. So bring your thumb inside, tap your forefingers, rotate your wrists, and reverse the direction of the rotation of your wrists. And open and close, open and close, and release. Let it go. If you still feel a little bit of pressure or tenderness around your wrist, you can use your thumb to gently massage the base of your hand and then do the same thing with the other. You can go into the palm as well and release. All right. Now that you know, we can go on the other side a little bit more quicker than the other side because we were figuring out, right? Let's start with our left this time. Keep your toes tucked. Extend your left leg all the way out. Flex your feet. Exhale, left knee comes into the chest. Take your right hand, squeeze your thigh really well. And then just press that leg down. Place your hand down for support. Inhale, extend your left leg all the way out. Flex your feet. Exhale, squeeze that thigh. Squeeze it into your belly. Hop a little bit forward. Press that knee down. Take the support of your hand. Inhale, extend that leg all the way out. Exhale, bring that knee into your chest. Squeeze. And now bring your knee in alignment with your left wrist and place your hand down. Now you can do it in two ways. I will give you another variation here. I'm going to go a little bit back here so you can see me better. Right, you're here like this. Those of us who have difficulty to lift the knee up for whatever reason, you can turn your leg right now. It's easier for you. Those of us who can lift that leg off and turn the back leg I'm talking about, you can do that. Now, if you want to pull that leg a little bit, make it further aligned, try to bring your shin parallel to the top of your mat, and then you can rest your right knee down. Option to use the block to rest your elbows. Option to just rest your elbows or extend your hands, bring your forehead down towards the ground. Very slow, deep, long breaths in and out. Slowly lift your head up. Gently walk your hands back towards your body. Tuck your right leg close. Release your right knee off the ground. Bring your left knee into your chest and meet in a plank position. Core plank, regular plank, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's meet in a downward dog position. Since we finished that sequence, let's meet in downward dog and start to pedal your legs off. Bending one knee at a time and pressing the opposite heel to the ground deeply. And switch. And switch. And switch. And work on pressing both your heels down. It's all right if your heels don't touch the ground. You're still feeling the stretch at the back of your legs. Breathe. Let's all step our right leg forward. So just step one leg, just like how you did with your knee. Just press one leg forward, right? So that's what you're doing with your right. And now see if you can press your left heel down a little bit more. You will feel the stretch more on your front leg, which is your right leg here. The left heel, if it's off the ground, that's totally fine. Let it be off the ground. Take your right leg back. Step your left leg forward. Press the heel down. The right heel can stay off the ground, or you can engage it by pressing it down towards the ground. Let's take the left leg back so you are on the balls of the feet of both your legs. Step your right leg forward. Step your left leg forward. You'll end up in a forward bend position. Stay and breathe. Hold on to your opposite elbows. Let go of the crown of your head down towards the ground. Keep your knees a little bit bent. Keep your knees soft. Think about lower back. And just move your hands. You can bend one knee. So bend your right knee a little bit, taking your arms towards the left side. Come back to the center and take it towards the other side. Come back to the center Let go of your hands, but keep your palms facing towards each other. Don't worry if your fingertips are not touching the ground. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's give a slight back bend to the body. And exhale, just bring it down all the way. Let the fingertips come down naturally. Turn your palms towards each other. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. We are flexing our lower back muscles a little bit. And exhale, push your hips back. Come into a simple forward bend. Last time, inhale, take your hands all the way up. And exhale, bring it down. This time, we're going to come halfway up. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, full forward bend. Inhale, halfway up, stay. Bend your knees a lot. Press your belly into your thighs. Fly your hands to the side. Take your hands up, stay. Open your hands like a V, right? Like a huge V. And now take your legs out as well, beyond the frame of your mat, with your heels coming inward and your toes coming outward. Now you're going to just really turn your arms and your legs out. We're going to change something about our legs in a second. Let's do one forward bend here. Exhale, push your hips back. Let's come into a simple forward bend. And keep your fingertips down to the ground. And if you need to stand up to look at me, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. But those of you who can follow my cue without standing up, we're going to change by turning our heel outward and toes inward. So you're pigeon toeing your legs, right? And take your heel outward and turn your toes inward. I want you to focus on the outer edges of both your legs. See how that feels. Make that alignment with your feet so that your toes come inward, feet stay outward. Inhale, press on your feet, take your hands all the way up. Open it up. You can arch up your back this time, maybe. And exhale, push your hips back. Let's come into a forward bend and switch. So bring your heels inward, turn your toes outward. Now adjust your legs if you need to shorten the distance between your legs or widen the distance between your legs. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Open up, star your arms. And exhale, push your hips back. Let's come into a forward bend. Rest your fingertips down and turn your toes inward, heels going to go outwards. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Last time, guys, we're done. Open it up. And exhale, simply take your fingertips up. Just release your hands. Place your hands on your hips. We're going to bring first our toes in alignment so they face forward. So bring your heels any which ways, doesn't matter. Come onto the frame of your mat with your toes pointing forward. We're going to do a few squats and then we're going to come onto the balls of our feet. So we're going to start to engage our thigh muscles. Hands to the heart center. Simple basic squats. Lift your 10 toes off the ground. Press the ball of your feet, arch and the heel to the ground and place your 10 toes back. That is just so you don't curl your toes, right? Push your hips back. Let's come into a simple squat. Chest up, don't do this. I want you to keep your chest up. And come into squat as much as you can. Don't worry getting too deep right now. And up. 3. And up. 2. And up. Last time. And up. From here, we're going to come into squat, but we're going to slowly lift both our heels off, right? So let's come into a squat. Take the support of your hands. Press your fingertips down to the ground. And I want you to lift your heels off. And if you can, walk your legs, walk it towards each other like this. So completely fusing your legs. I'm going to go for the side here so you can lift your hips like this. Now, those of us who find it very difficult to bring both legs together and lift the heels off, increase the distance by widening your stance, right? So pick the variation that works for you. Option to keep it like this or bring your hands to the heart center. And breathe. Gently place your fingertips down, rest your heels down, come into a forward bend. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, arch up your back, and exhale, circle your hands, bring your hands back to the heart center. Hopefully the legs and the shoulders and the lower back is warmed up. So let's get into a sequence. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, arch up your back. Exhale, let's come into a forward bend. Step your right leg all the way to the back. Rest your right knee completely down to the ground and gently bring yourself all the way up. Do not increase the distance between the legs like we usually do today. Keep your back leg toes tucked. Let's start with a simple arching of the back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's arch up the back. Chin up, chest up. Exhale, take your hand, right hand comes forward, left hand goes back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, right hand comes forward, left hand goes back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Pause. Option to lift your back knee off the ground. And exhale, right hand comes forward, left hand goes back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, right hand comes forward, left goes back. Stay and breathe. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Place your hands on either side of your front leg. You're going to hop your back leg forward, step it forward, straighten both knees. Stay where you are and breathe. I just want you to press both your heels down to the ground. Keep both your knees locked. Breathe. Step your back leg forward and into a chair position. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, arch up your back. Exhale, circle your hands, bring your hands back to the heart center. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, push your hips back. Let's come into a forward bend. Gently take your left leg all the way to the back. Rest your left knee down to the ground. Bring yourself all the way up. We'll start with arching of the back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Arch up your back. Exhale, left hand comes forward, right hand goes back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, left hand comes forward. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Option to lift your back knee off the ground. Exhale, left hand comes forward, right hand goes back. Inhale up. And exhale. Very slowly as you inhale, take your hands all the way up. Palms facing forward. Place your hands on either side of your right leg. Hop your back leg a little bit forward. Press your heel down. Straighten both knees and stay. Now, if your hands do not reach the ground, you can place it on top of your shin or on top of your thigh, but just press both your heels down to the ground. And breathe. Very slowly step your back leg forward into a chair position. Sit down. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Arch up your back. Reach your fingertips up. Circle your hands. Rotate your shoulders. And reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders. And let it go. Shake it off a little bit. Let's step to the top of our mats. We're going to use our core muscles. I will probably go to the side in a second. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, let's come into a forward bend. Step your right leg to the back. Step your left leg to the back. And let's hold a plank position. I'll give you multiple variations here. Those of us who cannot hold the plank for any reason, rest your knees down. Those of us who can hold the plank, we're going to do this variation. We're going to drop both your legs towards your right side. We did a part of this last week. Some of you might remember. Dip your right hip completely down to the ground. Right? Now, those of us who are on our knees, we're going to just drop it down like this. It's going to still work your obliques, guys. Believe me. Okay? So, see what works for you and bring it back. First round is always a demo round because we are understanding. And now take it towards your other side and drop it down. And come back to the center. Let's all rest our knees down. I want to demo this one. So you can walk your hands back towards your body and just watch me because it will get a little bit easier once you know where we are going. So just watch me for a second. So we will enhance the same thing, same movement a little bit more. I'll show both with knees down and knees off the ground. So first one would be with the knees down. You're going to simply drop. You're going to take your left hand off the ground. If you can, extend your left leg out. Right? You're going to bring it together and bring everything back with your knees down. Same thing. Knees off the ground. You're going to drop it down, extend, together, and bring it back. All right? So let's try that. Let's all meet in a simple plank position. Make your way up. Tuck your toes. Hold the plank. Option to rest your knees down. Let's all catch one slow, deep, long breath here. And exhale. Drop your feet. Drop your hips. And extend. Bring it back. Bring yourself back to plank. And switch. Extend. And bring it back. And back to plank. Hold. Two more. Right. Extend. Back. Bring it back. Left. Extend. Bring it back. And bring it back. Two simple regular plank. From here, let's all meet in a downward dog and start to pedal your legs off. Now gently walk your hands back towards your body this time. So you're going to again end up in a forward bend, but this time to the back of your mat. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's give a nice deep back bend to the body. Circle your hands. Bring your hands back to the heart center and widen your stand out. This time, heels inward, toes outward. Your knees are always pointing in the direction of your toes. This is the thumb rule. We never turn the knee and the toes in opposite direction. That will top the knee. It will injure our knee. So however wide or short your legs are placed, always make sure the knee is in alignment with your toes, going in the same flow. That's how our body is designed. So widen your stand if you wish to, hands to the heart center. Push your hips back. Let's come into a squat. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, circle it back to the heart center. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, circle it and stay. Take your left knuckles, place it down to the ground. So I want you to press your knuckles down to the ground. And I want you to work on pushing your hips towards your left side, working on straightening your right knee. And take your right hand all the way up. Circle your hands back to the center. Let's take a break with those thighs. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. So this is our break if you think about it, right? And exhale, circle it back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. And exhale, circle it back. Right? Now gently take your hands. Place your right knuckles down so your palm is facing up, and automatically, because you want to straighten this knee, you're going to start to push your hips, straighten your left knee, and now take your left hand over your head. And breathe. Gently bend your left knee, come back to the center. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, and exhale, circle it back. Inhale, take both your hands all the way up, stay. This time, both our knuckles are going to press down, but our legs are going to remain straight. Okay. So first we're going to bend our knees and then straighten it out. Exhale, bend your knees. Now take your hands like you were going to dig something. Place your hands down with your knuckles pressing down, palms up, and now straighten your knees. And breathe. Bend, drop your hips down. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, circle your hands, bend your knees first, take your hands, scoop, press your palms down, knuckles down. Sorry, not palms, knuckles down. Straighten your legs. Bend your knees, inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, bend your knees, palms up. Take your hands a little bit deeper if you can. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. And exhale, release, let it go. Rotate your shoulders and reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders. Feel to yourself. Come back to the center and shake your legs off a little bit. Let's come to the top of our mats, hands to the heart center. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Give a nice deep back bend to the body. Exhale, come into a forward bend. Stretch your right leg all the way to the back. Option to rest your right knee down, otherwise into prayer arms. Now we're going to take our hand and wrap it behind our back. So take your left hand, you're going to wrap it behind your back. Take your right hand, press it on top of your left shoulder, and now give a twist to the body. So you're going to constantly, I'm going to go to the side here to show you better. What we're going to do is we're going to constantly turn the body and keep looking deeper towards the left side. And breathe. Gently release your hands. Place your hands on either side of your left leg. Take your left leg to the back. Hold your plank. Now remember the dipping and the moving of the hips. We're going to use that. Drop your legs towards your right side. Don't press your hip down if you can, please. And take your left hand up. Come back to the center and switch. Come back to the center. Option now, everyone, let's rest our knees down. Relax your toes. Bend your elbows towards your body. Chin down to the ground. Inhale into a full cobra. Tuck your toes. Let's meet in a downward dog. And start to pedal your legs off. Right leg steps forward. Option to rest your left knee down. Bring your hands into prayer arms. Take your right hand, belt it behind your back. Take your left hand, place it on top of your right shoulder. And I want you to push that shoulder back to get deeper into the spinal twist. And breathe. Gently release, place your hands on either side of your right leg. Step your left leg forward into a forward bend. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's give a nice deep back bend to the body. Exhale, circle your hands, bring your hands back to the heart center. Left side. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, arch it up. Exhale, circle your hands, forward bend. Step your left leg all the way to the back. Drop your left heel down to the ground. Bring yourself all the way up. Stay where you are. We all have a right leg forward, left leg to the back. Come into warrior two arms. I want you to lift your right heel off the ground and breathe. Now take your heel down. Flex your feet, straighten your knees. So we're going to just work with those thigh muscles a little bit more and the calf as well, right? Press your feet and lift. Press your heel, straighten your knee and flex. Two more. Toes down, heels up, lift it up. I want you to take it up really well. Heel down, flex. Push your hips back if you wish to. Toes down, heel up, lift, lift, lift. Engage those muscles. I want you to feel those calf muscles, your inner thigh muscles. Press and flex. Press, slightly push your hips back. We're going to use that anyways, okay? Press it down and flex. Breathe and smile. And rest. and flex. All right, press your whole feet down to the ground. Let's try to turn our palms outward. And now think about your hip movement. Start to bump up your hip. Left hip goes towards your left side and then gently. Now, no bend in your front knee. The goal is to feel at the back of your leg. You should be feeling it as you progress down, right? And then keep going and keep going and keep going and reach and breathe. Maybe if your hand doesn't touch the ground, that's okay. Let it be here. Let it be here. Doesn't matter. As long as you're feeling the stretch at the back of your leg, you are good. And breathe. Pull the belly button towards you. Back to warrior two arms. Back to warrior two position. Going back to our sun salutation flow. Release your back heel off the ground. Turn your body facing forward. Place your hands on either side of your right leg. Take your right leg to the back. Hold your plank. Drop your feet towards your right side. Drop your hip without resting it if you can. Take your left hand up. Back to plank. Drop your hips towards your left side. Drop your hip towards the left side. Hand goes up, right hand. Come back. Hold the plank. Breathe. Let's all rest our knees down. Relax your toes. Bend your elbows towards your body. Chin down. Inhale. Let's make our way up into a full cobra. Tuck your toes. Let's meet in a downward dog position and start to pedal those legs off. Step your left leg forward. Drop your right heel down into warrior two. Ready? We are going to start with our heel off the ground and the toes off the ground. Right? So let's start. Start with your heel off the ground. Really up. Rest your heel down. Straighten your knee. Flex your feet. Rest. Heel up. Heel down and flex. Push your hips back a little bit. Remember to breathe. Switch and flex. And last time, that feels good actually. And all the way out. Rest your feet down. Keep your legs straight. If you need a micro bend, go ahead and do that. Palms turn outward. Bump up your hip. Think about your right hip going towards your right side and then come down. Nose down, right? Basically, you're just diving down now. And wherever your hands touch, maybe the ground, maybe on the ankle, maybe on the shin, that's okay, wherever you want. And breathe. Connect with the back of your left thigh. Pull the belly button towards you, warrior two arms. Warrior two position, bend your knee and turn your body facing forward. Place your hands on either side of your left. Step your right leg forward, forward bend. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's give a nice deep back bend to the body. And circle your hands and release. Widen your legs. Place your hands on your hips. Now remember those circles we draw, but today we're going to do it halfway through, right? So push your hips back. I want you to come into a half forward bend with space between the chin and the collarbone. And I want you to take yourself towards your left side. Come back to the center. Take it towards your right side. Remember at the beginning of the class we did those half things around the neck. Now think about the same thing with your chin. You're doing it, but you're involving your hip. Come back. And center, right, center, left, and center. All right, bring yourself all the way up. Bend your knees, push your hips back. Start from your right side. Take your chin towards your right side. Lean it forward. Take it towards your left side. Pull the belly button towards you. Bring yourself up. Straighten your knees. Bend your knees. Take it towards your left side. Lead with your chin. Take it towards your right side and bring it back up. One more. Bend your knees. Take it towards your right side. Lean forward. Take it towards your left side. Pull the belly button towards you. Bring yourself up. Bend your knees. Take it towards your left side. Reach it forward. Take it towards your right side and take it back. Keep your hands just the way they are. I'm going to turn for the benefit of those who join newly today. Thumb to your lower back. Your rest of your fingers are wrapped around your hip point. Right? You're going to just press the thumb, keep your knees soft, bounce it off, and then give a supported back bend to the body. And press your feet, come back into a standing position and release. Shake it off, guys. Let's come down to the mat and we will massage the back a little bit. Lie down on your back and bring your knees into your chest. Place your hands on top of your kneecaps and let's draw circles. And reverse. And again, change the direction. So draw circles in both directions a few times. Let's bring our thighs all the way into our chest. Open your hands and drop both legs towards your right side. If you remember in the beginning of the class, we did a spinal twist with our elbows and with our arms. Then we did a spinal twist with our lunge. And now we are doing a spinal twist recline. Pull the belly button towards you, come back to the center and take it towards the other side. And come back to the center. Drop your feet down, rest your hands next to your body. Separate your legs out a little bit so there is space between your thighs. And when you feel prepared and ready, gently start to release your lower back off, your mid back, coming into a bridge position. Lift your hips up. And now let's all bring our shoulder blades down, the mid back, lower back, and your tailbone. Extend your legs, reach your hands over your head. Let's give a full body stretch. Reaching the fingertips and toes in the opposite direction, stretching it out. And open your hands, open your legs. Find a nice comfy position to relax your body. If that means to say you need to bend your knees, some people like to lie down on their belly. Find that position that allows you to take the much deserved break you need right now. And then gently close your eyes. Let's all take one deep, long breath in and exhale, connecting with Mother Earth. letting go of your body weight onto the mat. Try to listen to your heartbeat and see how your heart is doing. And if you feel your heart rate is a little bit up, use your breath to calm it down. Relax all your facial muscles. Relax your jaw, your eyeballs. And whenever you feel ready, gently bend both your knees and turn your body towards your right side. Take the support of your hands and make your way up into a seated position with your eyes closed. Bringing your hands to the heart center, the thumb touching the heart center. If you wish to make a small prayer for your loved ones in the world around you, you may do that at this time. Whenever you're ready, very slowly begin to open your eyes by first bringing the gaze towards the floor and very slowly coming up to eye level. Let's take a bow together and say namaste. Thank you very much for joining the class this morning. I will see you on next Tuesday. Thank you.